welcome to day 5 of the Pilates Lab. And today we're going to be conquering 2 exercises in the repertoire. We're going to be doing single leg stretch and double leg stretch. These exercises are really good for helping you find your pelvic stability as well as abdominal strength. And what we'll want to use today in terms of props is our Pilates Ball, if you should have one, and possibly your pillow. This is one of those that if you have osteoporosis, you may want to consider just keeping your shoulders down and just moving the legs in and out, and then that'll make it osteo safe. So when you're considering, when I cue rolling the shoulders up and over, that may be one that, and then finding the knees in and out of the chest, that may be one where I'll remind you to keep those shoulders down if you're dealing with any osteo. If you are pregnant and you're doing this exercise, this is one where you definitely want to bring that wedge into the mix as well, so that you're not completely reclined back. All right, so meet me on your back. And just take a moment to settle in space. Maybe extend your legs out. If that doesn't resonate with you, you can keep a bend through your legs. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. Do that a few more times in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just notice how you feel today. Noticing those places in your body that may feel a little spicy. And noticing places that are feeling very open to this practice. Take another long inhale through your nose. And let's find our abdominal breathing. So you're going to inhale, bring your hands onto your belly and let that belly rise towards the ceiling. And then exhale out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bend your knees if they're not bent already and start to find your march. For 5, exhaling every time you bring the leg up and trying to stack that knee on top of the hip. So finding that 90 position with the leg. Exhaling and lifting. Moving through that hip flexor here. Just like that. For 3. For 2. And 1. And then we're going to do our pelvic clocks, moving from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock first. So on your exhale, pull your pubic bone towards you, and you find that low back is coming towards the ground. And then on your inhale, create that mouse house so your pubic bone is pulling away from you. We're going to do that a few more times. So inhale away, exhale, bring it back in. For 3. For 2. And for 1. Now, with this exercises that we're doing today, pelvic stability is a big thing. So I want you to think about noticing that. So we're going to do that 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock pelvic clock. So we're going to shift to the right, shift to the left, shift to the right, come back to center, and then shift to the left. Try to keep the movement exclusively through the pelvis. If you notice here, you're not finding a lot of movement. It's a slight movement where you're shifting to the right. And the reason why we're doing that is because when we bring this ball underneath us through some future exercises that we're going to do, you're going to find that it may be a little bit difficult, and it's because it may be because of an instability through the pelvis. And then we're going to take that pelvic clock into pelvic circles. So you're going to move from 12 to 6, I mean 12 to 3 to 6 to 9, okay? So just shifting in every direction and then take it in opposite direction here. Awesome, great. So from here, we're gonna grab behind that right leg and we're gonna roll up. And we're going to bring the ball underneath our shoulder blades. Now this ball, you want it to be slightly deflated, about 75 to 50% in terms of how much air there is, and it just depends on where you are in your body to dictate how much inflation you want. You're going to interlace the hands behind the head, and then you're going to find that nice extension through your upper back. Some extension here, okay? And on your exhale, we're going to find an abdominal curl, keeping the chin away from the chest, elbows stay open. And then slowly inhale it back, all right? So we're exhaling every time we lift. Inhale the head, slightly press the head into the hands, and then exhale, curl up and over, keeping those elbows open. I'm talking to myself here as well. And then let it go. We have 3 more just like that. Inhale, slight lift, exhale. Come up, and then slowly reduce it down. I don't know about you, but this is definitely work here. Inhale, and then exhale, lift it all the way up, chin away from the chest, and then let it go. Now we're gonna add on, and this add-on might feel like trash. So, so what you're gonna do is bring that right leg up, and then we're gonna do 4 abdominal curls here. Inhale, and then lift up. And then slowly let it go. Exhale to lift. And then slowly release. We have 2 more. Exhale to lift. And then let it go. 1 more. Can you curl up a little bit higher? And then release. All right, right leg goes down. Now we're going to do the left leg. And just notice the difference between the 2 sides as we move here. Bring that left leg up. Exhale, curl up. And then release. Exhale. Looking towards that navel or pubic bone here. Keeping those elbows wide. Last one. And then release. You should feel, I'm feeling, I don't know what you're feeling right now. I'm definitely feeling like my abdominals are on fire. Now, we're going to bring both legs up. So, and exhale, curl up, right leg, left leg, and then slowly release, and then come back in for 4. Inhale, open, and then exhale, come back in. 3, 2, 1. I felt my feet relax there. And just bring your arms over your shoulders. Or arms overhead, and just breathe and feel that. You're going to roll to your side and release that ball from underneath you for a moment. Okay, so let's talk about the legs a little bit. So from here, we're going to go into dead bug position. So let's just reset our abdominals. Inhale, exhale, bring that right leg up, bring that left leg up. And from here, we're going to do toe taps. Now, toe taps can be a little difficult to find because what I usually see through my clients is a little bit of this to bring the feet to the ground. But you want to think about moving just from your hip flexors and keeping your legs in this 90 degree position. So you're going to tap, and it's going to feel like a lot of work. And then you're going to tap here, and we're going to go for 4. Inhale, back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring your knees into your chest and just give yourself a big hug. Maybe you gently rock side to side here. All right, so we're going to keep the hands out to the sides of the body, and we're going to draw that right leg in and then shoot that left leg out. And then switch. Right leg goes out, bring that left knee in. And then switch. Right, Switch, exhale. Left, can you get more length through the back of that extended leg? Right, and then bring it back in. Left, and then slowly bring the knees back into your chest. Now let's work on where we want to find our hands for single leg stretch. So you're going to bring your legs to dead bug position. Inhale the arms up, exhale, curl up and over. Extend that left leg out. Left hand goes inside of right thigh. Right hand reaches past the ankle. Keep pointing the toes away from you, and we're holding here for 5. 4, can you lift those shoulders a little bit higher? Keeping the chin away from the chest for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. We're going to hold here for the same idea. Right hand inside of thigh. Reach for that right ankle. 1. You're doing so good. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring the knees in, and then slowly release. All right, so here we go. We're going to start off with the ball underneath us. If you have osteo, you're just going to keep the shoulders down here. You're going to roll to your side, and you want to think about the ball being somewhere underneath your shoulder blades. So, like right where your bra line is, okay? So from here, we're going to bring that right leg in, bring that left leg in, find that abdominal curl position. You're going to extend that left leg out. Right hand reaches, left hand inside of right leg. And then we switch. Exhale. Shh. And then we switch. Keep reaching past the foot. And when we reach, shh. 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 2 more. Shh. Last one. Shh. Shh. And then slowly bring it down. Find that extension, arms overhead. Now, if you found that the stability through the ball, you found that you couldn't find your stability through the ball, I want you to kind of look at what's happening with your hips. For this next set of 3, you can keep moving with the ball, or you're going to lift up without the ball. Again, for my people who have osteoporosis, you want to just keep everything down right here. All right, bring the legs in that dead bug position. Inhale the arms up, exhale, curl up and over. Extend that left leg out and reach and switch. Shh, and switch. Shh, and switch. Shh, and switch. Shh. Shh. 1 more on each side. Shh. Shh. Bring that right leg in and then slowly let it go and breathe. Bring the feet down and do a few pelvic clocks here, just to reset. Good stuff, y'all. All right, so here we go. We're going into, so that was a single, and I always tell people in my class, if you see a single, you know the double is coming right behind it. So for this double leg position, we're gonna start off again with that ball underneath us. So you're gonna roll to your side and lift up, and then find that ball again underneath the shoulder blades. Okay, interlace the hands underneath, interlace the hands, and bring the hands behind the head. Bring the right leg up, then the left leg up, or you can bring both legs up at the same time. Find a Pilates V for a second, and then we're going to extend those legs out. And bring them back in, all right? And what I want you to do actually is extend those legs out towards the ceiling and then bend the knees. Let's go for 5. Bring it back in for 4. And 3. 2. 1. Hold the legs there. Point and flex. My hamstrings are not participating today like I need them to. Point and flex those feet for 2. And 1. Bend those knees. Let it go. Oh, this is work, y'all. How you feeling today? Let me know in the comments how this was working for you. All right, so we're going to bring that back up. Again, you might have to adjust where your ball is. Find your knees into your chest. And Interlace the hands. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring the elbows towards the knees. Open up the elbows. Exhale, elbows towards the knees. And then open up the elbows. Exhale, elbows towards the knees. Open it up. You got 2 more like that. Elbows towards the knees. And then we're going to put it together. But we're going to reset first, okay? Today we're working. Okay. All right. So here we go. Exhale, curl up. Bring the knees in. Elbows towards the knees. Exhale. Inhale. Open up the elbows. Extend the legs towards the ceiling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Bring the knees in. Drop it down. Let it go. And breathe. Okay? So if you're a beginner, that's probably where you're going to land today with that. So we're gonna go a little bit deeper. I want you to keep the ball behind you and play with elbows in and out as you lengthen out through the legs. And that's what you're going to play with as you move through the practice, if that's offered as an option. So what we're going to do here is we're going to explore this action where the hands start moving back and forth with the shoulders down. So you're bringing your legs into your chest, hands on top of your shins. Take a deep breath in, extend the arms out, extend the legs out, and then sweep it back in. That's your inhale. Exhale, shoot the legs out, Pilates being. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, extend it out. Inhale, bring it back in. You can keep staying here, or we're going to go into our full double leg stretch. Exhale, curl the shoulder head, neck up, neck up. Point the toes away from you. Inhale. Shoot the legs out, arms above, reach out. Exhale, wrap the arms back in, hands on top of shin. And here we are. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Bring it down. Extend the arms out to the sides of the body. Let the legs flip down to the right side. Look over that left shoulder. Inhale to center, and then take it to the opposite side, looking over that right shoulder. Bring that right hand onto the ground, lift up, and take a moment to breathe, and we'll see you soon.